like North Korea. Leader Kim Jong-un regularly showcases their military might on state TV. This clip from 2022 shows the testing of a long-range missile capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. So far, the immediate threat is to their neighbours, South Korea and Japan. But Kim Jong-un's also made a big show with his recent test of a missile capable of hitting America. I'm meeting scientist Siegfried Hecker, who's travelled the world visiting nuclear programs, including those of Russia and North Korea.
I'm
yes, Jane. Pleasure to meet you.
And you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Come on in.
He's also been involved in setting the doomsday clock for many years.
Oh, what a beautiful house you've got.
Thank you. You see many of the Russian the Matryoshka dolls.
So
because
why have you got these dolls?
So why did I get those? Because I've been in Russia 57 times since 1992.
Mm-hmm.
So I've worked so close with the Russians.
57 times?
57 times.
You beat me.
Oh, how many times have you?
Oh, maybe 15 or 20.
Oh, really?
But not 57.
So I was just...
Sig's recently returned from another visit to the Far East.
I've been to North Korea 7 times. So I've been to their nuclear facilities. I've talked to their diplomats. People sometimes look at crazy behavior, by the North Koreans. Would they launch a missile or do a nuclear test? I see all much more of sort of a calculated progression.
So what do they have and what could they do with it?
So, of course, North Korea being what it is, it's pretty difficult to look inside. So my best estimate at this point, they have been able to build up a pretty good stockpile of highly enriched uranium, over 1,000 kilograms by now. And if they turn all of that into weapons, they may have 50 to 60 weapons today.
That's really significant, isn't it?
That's really significant. What makes it even worse is what kind of weapons do they have? They've done 6 nuclear tests. First one in 2006 didn't work so well. The last one so far in 2017, that worked too well. So because of that, today, my general assessment is they can put a nuclear warhead on their short and medium-range missiles and deliver them. So in other words, all of South Korea and most of Japan is within reach of a North Korean nuclear-tipped missile. That's really bad. We should have never let them get there, but that's where they are. They have demonstrated the missile or rocket capabilities to reach all of the United States, but they still haven't done enough nuclear tests to make the warhead small enough to put into those missiles and survive essentially the ride, including the re-entry. And so they're not yet there, but that's what they're currently focused on because they want to be able to threaten the United States.
They're not there yet, but they could be.
They will be there eventually because I've watched them. And every time when somebody said North Korea can't do this, a few years later, they did it. As I think about it, the big concern is nuclear weapons use. Okay, who would nuke the United States? Well, possibly Russia, they have the capability. Possibly China, they've been improving that capability. Who else? North Korea, that's it. So there are only 3 countries that can threaten the United States with nuclear weapons. And this little bitty North Korea of 25 million people is one of those.
So another player in this whole field is Iran. Iran wants nuclear weapons. Where's it got to?
Iran today has everything in place. So should they decide that they're going to go ahead and enrich the uranium fully up to weapons grade, they could build a bomb in 6 months to a year time frame.
That must be a concern.
That is a great concern because that in the Middle East, particularly as we see what's happening today, is real. That's very different than North Korea. But Iran, it's a sea of instability in the whole Middle East, and so that's a great concern. But they don't have the nuclear weapons and haven't decided to go there at this point.